Back on Energy Matters, brought to you by Eide Bailey, the Coalition for a Secure Energy Future, online at secureenergyfuture.org, and by Tioga, North Dakota, the energy and innovation capital of North Dakota. Mike Jones headed into the Lion's Den this week. He's Vice President of Research and Development for the Lignite Energy Council, was in Minneapolis talking coal technology development. Mike, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. On yourself?
I'm good. I'm a born and raised Minnesotan, so I don't mean to offend Minnesotans here, but it is a little bit of the lion's den when it comes to the coal industry, lignite, fossil fuels in general. They tend to be a little, not all, but some active environmental extremists there in Minnesota. We just need to constantly bring those walls down a little bit, and going in there and talking about what the future looks like is a good idea. So tell us a little bit about who you addressed and what you said related to coal technology development this week or last week in the cities.
Well, thank you. It was an interesting day. We had a group, I would say there are probably about 40 people in the audience. It is an event that was sponsored by the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce, and the title was A Technology Revolution, How the Midwest Can Lead the Way to a Near Zero Carbon Dioxide Emissions. And what I wanted to talk about and did talk about was our alum cycle. And I think we've talked a little bit about that before. But it's, we see this as a totally revolutionary opportunity to make use of our very abundant lignite coal in North Dakota in a way which is going to lead to much higher efficiency, and we'd be able to capture 100% of the CO2. So we're very excited about it. It's in the stages where we are still in the development phase, but our partner in this, which is a group called Net Power out of the Carolinas, they're actually going to be operating the first system down in Texas on natural gas after the first of the year, which is a big step. And then our plan, of course, is to take and use a gasifier to form a syngas, so much as similar to what's being done out at the Dakota Gasification Facility, and then feed that syngas into the same system. And we're looking, it looks very good right now. As I say, we've still got some work to do, and we're continuing to work with our partners in this case, and the group that's helping us a lot with that is the Energy Environmental Research Center up in Grand Forks. So it's a great opportunity we see, and we're hopeful that we're going to be given the chance to bring that all the way to fruition.
What kind of a time frame do you have to bring that to fruition from, the testing that's going on within the industry and with your partners like EERC? How long until you scale it to a commercial, full-fledged use, Mike?
What we're looking at right now, the schedule we've come up with, which is making a series of assumptions as to what we hope our success will be with each of the steps. We show that the first commercial unit would be operational about 2025. I think this is one of the things that's not well understood by a lot of folks, is that technologies of the scale and type that we're talking about don't happen quickly. We're still in the basically I would call it the lab or bench scale, and we will move from that into a demonstration scale, something probably on the order of 25 megawatts, and then finally to a commercial one, which would be somewhere between 275 and 300 megawatts. So it's a multi-step process. You have a series of issues that are raised, and you try to understand and find your way through each of them, and that's what we're going through right now. We're looking at things like materials that would be able to withstand the conditions that we're going to have in this type of a system. When you're talking about a system that will operate, something on the order of 2,500 or so degrees Fahrenheit and 4,000 psi, it's a fairly challenging environment in which we have to operate. So we're looking at new materials that we think will be able to do that. We've got some great candidates, but we're still testing those out. So it's that type of an issue that we're looking at right now.
That's exciting. What kind of reaction did you get in Minnesota? Are they jumping up and down saying, there you go, well, you can help us get to zero?
Well, we had some people that were very excited about it. Some that are, one of the challenges we have is that I'm afraid there are a number of ideologues in Minnesota right now who really don't care how well we do. If it's still coal, they're going to be negative on that, and we're trying to overcome that. And the question we raise all the time is we hope that you'll be able to look at the performance and not the fact that it says coal on the front end. But I'm afraid that's a challenge for us in many situations.
Yeah, without question. Now, the technology you described and the timeline. What is the ultimate goal? I mean, is it to be alongside energy generation as we know it now in the lignite industry, or replace it as we know it now? What's the big picture?
Well, we look at this. This would be a greenfield facility. In other words, this would not be a retrofit of an existing facility, but it would be a totally new situation. And what's really exciting to us is there's two things that happen here. One, we're producing electrons at a very low cost, but we're also producing a very pure CO2. And I know, as you heard before, we see a tremendous opportunity in the Bakken with CO2 for enhanced oil recovery. And, the opportunity to extend and enhance that great financial opportunity that we see out in the western part of our state, we think is a real exciting opportunity for the state and for the industry.
Fascinating. Mike Jones is the Vice President of Research and Development for the Lignite Energy Council, one of our fine sponsors here on What's on Your Mind. And each week we get an opportunity to talk with different people that are in the middle of projects and help give you some information. I know there's a lot of people in this audience that understand this industry and also understand what it means for our economy. We arm you with more facts to be able to go out and have those conversations. The website, secureenergyfuture.org, does the same thing. Great information there. Really important to go there. You have an opportunity to let your member of every elected body know exactly what you feel about this industry and sign up for their newsletter. So it's a nice way to go just get yourself more information without any question. Mike, anything else you want to tell us about that meeting in Minneapolis and about this exciting technology and your progress?
Well, we feel that we've had some good discussions. We've been talking with government officials in the state of North Dakota. Just last week, we had some conversations with the Secretary of Energy down in D.C., and I think there are a number of people who are seeing that this is really offering a great opportunity, not just for North Dakota, but for the United States and for the rest of the world. Because if you look at the amount of coal in the world, about half of it is lignite. So if we've got an opportunity to do what we think we can with this, the benefits are going to be very large and very widespread, not just here in North Dakota.
If anybody objectively looks at the work and the investment of the industry to make coal cleaner, you see folks really trying hard. I know the narrative that the extreme environmentalists would write was, industry doesn't care, dirty coal, don't care, just want to make money, take coal. It's just totally at odds with what's actually happening. Again and again, billions and billions of dollars invested and progress being made. Of course, regulators want it to happen quicker and have ulterior motives, but the industry itself really invested in this getting better. If you look at everything that's been done over the time of your career, Mike, to have the industry invest in new technologies and getting better and better and for the environment and cleaner, how do you rate this? What you talked about in Minneapolis, what you've just described for us. How do you put that in the? How do you rank it with all the other options and progress that have been made over the test of time here?
I've been in the business for, getting close to 40 years, and this is the most exciting and biggest game changer that I have seen. And it's one thing that gets me very excited and, just proud to be a part of it. And I look forward to hopefully great successes as we continue down that road.
Yeah, you sound excited. I can tell that you got a little bounce in your step over this one, which is great. Mike, thank you. Appreciate the time.
You bet.
Mike Jones from the Lignite Energy Council, our guest on Energy Matters.